Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. The blind leading the schnicked, kids. Here it comes.
Oh, no.
That's right. Welcome back, everyone, to your monthly installment of The Devil You Know, the Daredevil Podcast. Well, still not buying into that. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, the true Devil of Hell's Kitchen. It is.
You know it, Lilith Hellfire.
It's duh.
Duh.
All right, kids. So yes, we are back. This time we're going to talk. Of course, we're going to talk the new issues. We're going to wrap up Daredevil Gang War, issue 4. We're going to talk new issue Daredevil 7, guest starring Wolverine, and we're going to talk classic issue at first, Daredevil 196 with guest star Wolverine. All right, so this one was weird.
Yeah.
The Denny issue, yes, it was weird.
I mean, plus Klaus. I'm sure Klaus was egging him on the whole damn time.
Oh yeah.
If you know, you know.
I'm sure. All right. So she jump into the old one.
Let's do it.
All right. So got a little synopsis here. Daredevil 1.
The book.
Oh look, Daredevil. Yeah, so I gotta do after I read this. All right. Oh look, Daredevil 196. There's a 6 and a 9 in it, and they reversed it.
Sometimes you gotta put it in reverse, you know.
Hey-oh! All right, Daredevil 196 from July, cover date July 1983. Enemies. Writer Mr. Denny O'Neil, penciler and inker Claus Jansen, colorist Christy Sheely, letterer Joe Rosen, and editor Linda Grant. The incapacitated Bullseye is kidnapped from his hospital by mysterious Asian agents. In the process, they shoot a visiting
Why they have to point that out? That's so weird.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Did they do that in the issue as? Because again, kids, product of its time.
83.
In the process,
Kung Fu fighting.
In the process, they shoot a visiting Wolverine who tries to intervene. When Daredevil investigates, a recuperated Wolverine insists that the two team up and work on the case. Running down several leads and eventually finding and defeating the kidnappers comes to no avail as Bullseye has been transported into international waters on a vessel heading to Japan. Daredevil also makes plans to go to Japan, which, again, we saw.
Logan is a Weebo confirmed.
Whoa!
I said Weebo.
I know. But yeah, kids, we did cover that whole story, that story arc that takes place after this not too long ago. So scroll down. Yeah. All right. But I have to read the solicit that they must have originally padded for this because it says Bullseye is a hopeless cripple, isn't he? But that may not continue to be the case in this tale guest starring Wolverine. So I love how they call him a hopeless cripple. I'm like, okay, well, one of those things he doesn't last for long. The other way, he's always been so. he only remains crippled for a while. He's always been hopeless.
Truly. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I'm glad Kingpin is another antagonist because Bullseye is not his arch nemesis. I'm sorry. I can't. It does not compute.
Yeah. I mean, it seemed like for a while they were trying to make, I guess because he had a costume, Bullseye is his main villain. It's like,
nah, nobody likes that. Get out of here.
He's not that capable.
Thank you, Colin Farrell, for ruining it for everybody.
Wow.
It's my least favorite part of that movie. I actually genuinely, unironically like that movie, but not Colin Farrell as Bullseye.
I know. Yeah, again, the rest of the movie kind of works. Yeah, they kind of made him too cartoonish in that movie. Bullseye.
It's like, go find a payphone. If you get the joke, you get the joke.
I'm on a payphone. Yeah, Adam Levine. All right. I don't know. This art. What did you think of the art in this?
Interesting artistic choices were made.
True, true, true. Especially on that.
It's a
Especially.
lot of de. It's too saturated sometimes, and then
Yeah.
desaturated. Um, Sometimes it's super detailed, other times it's not. It's just kind of all over the place. And like somebody has a fetish for calves, because how many shots of their like Daredevil and Wolverine's calves and boots did we get? Like 5. So specific.
I know. I know. But like even that cover, it's like I don't think that's where Wolverine's claws come from.
Don't worry about it.
I know.
Once upon a time, it did. Don't worry about it.
And he looks a little too happy on that cover.
Well, no. That's menacing. Seeing him
Uh,
happy is menacing. One of my favorite lines, Daredevil, right? And he goes, and you're Wolverine of the famous X-Men. And he goes, not to mention a couple of other outfits, some of them not so nice. It's like, yeah, I don't just parade around with the X-Men. I'm a vicious animal, wild animal.
I love the first panel we see Wolverine. He's just like in the middle of a hospital hallway, chomping down on a cigar.
The 80s. The
Uh,
last time you could really smoke. Well, no, I'd say probably what, 95 or 96, 97 was probably the last time you could smoke in public.
oh yeah. Oh, I thought you meant. I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say smoking comics. I was gonna say. I think that was done by like 90, maybe.
Really? I could swear it was 2000s.
I don't think it went that far, but again, it was always who Wolverine smoking. Every so often, you saw the thing with a cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, the Red Skull always had that fancy little cigarette holder.
I'll tell you, for what the art lacked, I really like the dialogue. It is
Oh,
just
really?
peak 80s, peak Denny. He is having fun. Might as well have been editing himself at this point. No tea, no shade to the editor on this one. I don't feel like they gave him a lot of notes, because he is balls to the walls, Denny O'Neil on this one, for sure.
I was gonna say, was Linda Grant an alias for Denny O'Neil? He's like, oh, see, see, they gave a woman work, and it's like, meanwhile, it's just Denny under an alias.
Yeah, I was right. 2001 is when Marvel Comics banned smoking in
Oh,
non-Max Comics. See, I know stuff sometimes.
hmm. That's so funny because it's like it's around the same time that they got rid of the Comic Code Authority, but they banned smoking. I think it would have went
Because
nuts.
they were trying to still pitch it as a kids thing.
Wow. Yeah. Again, it's like, oh, see, this isn't.
See, the 2000s were kind of weird. It's where they wanted like all the toys had to have like STEM elements and or steam elements or whatever to it, and like Barbie couldn't be Barbie anymore. It was like a whole thing back then. So that's why I was pretty sure that it was around right around the 2000s mark.
Again, yeah, it's not even comics. It's like the 2000s in general. It seems like
Just
pop
was trying to
culture.
sanitize stuff, but at the same time, it seems way worse than what it is now. It's
It
so random.
it almost seems like the 2000s was just like let's throw whatever against the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least they took some chances with stuff. It's not like they weren't just like remaking
Yeah, they
everything
were
over
going
and over.
bankrupt. They had to.
Oh, Marvel, yeah.
Say what you want about DC.
Mm, mm.
And that has been Will's Marvel bashing of the night. Mark your bingo cards, kids.
All right. I love how Kingpin's like, oh, if we had Bullseye, we wouldn't need 20 men. It's like, really?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
It's like, really? You're gonna say Bullseye's worth 20 men? Really?
I love just the casual. Meanwhile, at a building controlled by a certain underworld figure. Oh man, that one panel of Kingpin where you can barely see his face and he looks like Humpty Dumpty.
Oh,
Oh,
his head there? Yeah,
lopsided. His mama definitely dropped him on his head, bro.
yeah. uh,
got good old Cobra Commander in the corner over there.
Yes, yes, yes. Cobra Commander, thank you.
Shout out to Josie's bar though.
Oh, Josie's bar. I know. And Wolverine's like, what is this? Yeah, a place where I get info. See,
I always thought that was Luke Cage for a second. Like, I don't think they put him in the yellow since the 70s.
I love. No, he was. I think he wore the yellow for a little in the 80s, but I love as they walk in. It's Turk saying, "Oh, I got this spray, man. It'll blind and choke Daredevil."
One little squirt.
Oh my.
Make a small bet, Turk. If your spray stuff works, you get to beat me silly. If it doesn't, you sing like the good birdie you've been so often in the past.
I thought maybe he was going to take it in the face and just be like, "Okay, I'm blind now." But no, he just dodges it. Yeah. Then they blow it back in his face.
He's like, anyway, you were saying.
How shall we now shall we converse? He
tries to grab it again.
And Wolverine sprays it on his arms like deodorant.
He has to remind everybody that his claws are razor sharp. The Lady Doth purse has too much.
And it's like, I have to let you know they're adamantium, so they won't break.
Hardest metal there is. Vibranium would like to have a word with you.
Oh my. I it's like one of his friends like, "Oh, you want to see my new cookware? Man, nothing sticks to this, see?"
Not even blood. Not even blood.
Wow, what are you cooking?
Don't worry about it.
Should I say, who are you cooking?
Don't worry about it.
Shut up, it tastes like chicken. Don't ask what it is.
Oh, and then like I felt like called out where Daredevil was like, "You enjoy brutality, don't you?" And he goes, "It's that kind
Is that like a little wink? You're like,
Oh god, it was so funny.
There you go. There's your new line. It's that kind of world, bub.
Yeah. That sums it up. Thank you, bud. Eloquent.
You stand here, nurse your bleeding heart while I make a call. I love it's that guy who knows Daredevil's identity.
Oh, he also goes, you got good ears, bub. It's just something about Wolverine and Daredevil interacting. It just does not compute for me.
I know, because I don't know. The one plot problem I have with the plot is like, when does Wolverine ever suggest teaming up with someone?
And maybe he heard he was doing some Mephisto's mushrooms and I'm saying he wanted some too.
No, nice.
He wanted in on some Mephisto mushrooms. I don't know. Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushrooms. Shout out to Ando City.
Oh my god, Anna's like the type of person we could probably be like, man, how good were those mushrooms? She'd probably be like, oh, they're really good.
But yeah, that's just like that is out of character. But like this is just kind of like a cute team up. But it's just like the way that they were playing Wolverine in this era. It's like if it was a little bit later, because they were still kind of smoothing the edges around Wolverine at this point. I feel like I would have enjoyed it even more, and it would have made more sense for me. But like the way that he's just so like nice to Daredevil.
I mean, the only way I could headcanon
before a loop.
The only way I can headcanon this, and where I'm just like, well, you know what? Maybe he's just being nice to Daredevil because he's like, you know what? If I follow this guy around enough, there's going to be violence, and yeah, let's go.
Although, don't get it twisted. Daredevil did get a good line in where he's like, "You're not as dumb as you sound." I could be, could I? Classic Denny, honestly.
But it is Wolverine when, you know, he's like, how many idea how many of these guys there are? And Daredevil's like, I count 20, and Wolverine just gets that big grin on his face, like, good. The boss said no guns. We don't need no. Who needs guns? You do. You need cannon.
Nice move. He did. I was like, what's this little hope fire? And of course, the response, just temporarily paralyze him. He'll be fine in an hour. Relatable content for me.
Exactly.
Again, more calves.
Is he dead? No, he's just paralyzed. He'll wake up in an Uber in an hour. He'll be fine. Won't remember a damn
If
thing.
he's lucky enough, he'll have a McChicken. If he's lucky enough.
Oh, forget what you saw and eat that McChicken and enjoy yourself.
Gobble gobble.
Too late. You signed the NDA. Too late.
The big finish.
Jazz hands. Also, I love how Wolverine's like, you're slacking off on me. I got 6 of them. You only got 4.
I know we're a little bit touch up that dialogue.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
Exactly. So close. So close.
Oh wait, that's all we needed was 15. You know, all we needed was 15 thugs. I got 6. You got 9.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
But yeah, this one again, it's just so. I guess it's just that the whole point is to get Bullseye, to Japan and get that adamantium on him. But
yeah,
that's just so weird though too, because they give Bullseye adamantium, but like Wolverine's like nowhere to be seen in that story. I thought at this point he was contractually obligated to show up in any story.
If you whisper, if you said it 3 times in a mirror.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, bub?
I need South Park to do that now, just like they did for Biggie.
Hey, I wonder if they're gonna do an X-Men
Super
97.
316 is the best, one of the best episodes. Top 20.
Are they gonna do an X-Men 97 episode?
Oh, they should. They totally should.
Cartman walked down the hall. What do you mean you don't watch X-Men 97?
I think it's to be loved. Even South Park wouldn't try to roast it.
No, not roast it, but just Cartman walk around with Wolverine claws or something.
Well, now that it's a part of Disney, I don't even think they would really want to go there.
True.
They tried it with they tread it so lightly in the Pandaverse. I don't think it's like
oh yeah,
so freaking lightly.
Aren't those
like why even reference Marvel and Disney at that point, bro?
Yeah, aren't those the Coon's claws? No, the Wolverine claws.
Exactly. We could use a new Coon and Friends episode, though. To be honest,
that's what we should. That's what we should do in Salty and Penny.
Want to do the Coon and Friends trilogy?
Yes.
Or is it quadrilogy at this point? I think it might be even 5 episodes. I have to look it up.
Yeah,
I know they have more than 3, but yeah, we can do some Coon and Friends.
Yeah.
Since we won't get another season for another 2 years, probably.
Maybe we'll get another special. Who knows?
What is it like? Well, what is it like? 6 episodes every 5 years?
I don't know. Maybe by the end of this year, early next year, we'll get another special.
I don't care about the specials anymore. I want episodes. I told you, Phil, I'm old school. I want at least 18 episodes a season for animation. Otherwise, it's not even freaking worth
there
it.
Ain't no
Invincible.
There's no animated show giving you 18 these days.
Hell, I mean, anime does, but
I think you're gonna have to settle for 10, love.
It's not enough.
Oh wow!
Anywho, back to this wild little rabbit animal.
Who, Matt Murdock or Wolverine?
Yes. And he was like, when he's like, he's still alive, he's barely breathing. That damn song came in my head. I'm barely breathing.
Oh yeah, Denny going nuts on this, man. Just guy.
There was like gunfire. He like split a man in half with his claws. I was just like, my.
A guy with an axe. I love when
somebody did a wellness check on Denny after he was done.
I know. I love when the guy tries to hit Wolverine over the head with like a steel pipe or something. It just bends on that adamantium skull. It's like I even felt that.
And then Matt Murdock gets all Matt Murdocky. He's like, besides, he's no better than Bullseye. He's a madman, a murderer. He tried to murder me. If Wolverine hadn't stopped him.
Oh yeah, the guy who knows identity. He's like, I could stop Bullseye, or I could save the life of this guy who's dying anyway.
Exactly.
Who's terminally ill anyway and is going to die anyway. Well, I think at this point, Matt's just being petty. I think he's just like, yeah, I want you to suffer because, this guy hasn't been too nice to Matt. So he's like, yeah, I saved you so he can suffer, a couple more months or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I love the minute, he gets that guy to the hospital.
I love how they're trying to justify the Wolverine story in the bullpen bulletins, by the way.
Why?
It's just like, sure, some weren't quite as popular as, say, the X-Men, but what's with hairs? We made our choices. We creative considerations.
We
filled the storyline. Like, they're just like, oh my god.
But I'm like, yeah, but it's like they do Wolverine in this issue, but it's like, okay, the next
it's a waste. It's a waste of butter.
Well, no, the next couple issues are, Bullseye's getting adamantium. It takes place in Japan. That hasn't have Wolverine written all over it.
I think the editors were just being nice to Daredevil at that point. For one issue.
Denny's subverting expectations. No, Wolverine's going to show up before he gets to Japan.
Oh no, he's the original Mark Guggenheim. Oh no.
Oh damn.
That is a big subverting expectations. What are we doing here, Denny? He's giving us blue balls.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, overall, it's an okay story. But like I said, I just feel like if it would have came later, I could have appreciated more. Like this particular Wolverine and this particular year, it just doesn't fit with the Daredevil that we're reading right now, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I love the dialogue. The art's a little touch and go, but the dialogue, like, that's the thing about Denny. He's always gonna make you laugh at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wonder. I mean, was this like a sales, thing, or
was sales and marketing all over this,
definitely
bro?
Sales, but I was gonna say, was it also did Denny think, I need something for this issue? I'll throw him Wolverine.
I mean, when you're Denny, this is like peak Denny too.
Yeah,
so he could have had the whole damn X-Men, really.
Yeah, it was just a couple thugs. I mean, come on.
You must. Oh, what's that line? You mustn't be afraid to dream bigger, darling.
Again, if it was the 90s, there would have been a whole like superpowered villain team on there with weird 90s names.
The Serpent Society. Who are we kidding?
Oh, Bird. Yeah. Then you bring the X-Men in, the whole X-Men.
Exactly.
Even if
that was not a compliment.
Even if it's the Serpent Society, though, even though Storm could just take them out with one lightning blast. But
you know what happens to a snake when it's struck by lightning?
Don't do that or I'm drinking. You know what happens to a cobra when it's struck by lightning? Oh.
You can slather up my cobra.
By the way, what the hell is going on with Facebook right now? We can't live stream to Facebook.
No, well, we had a problem because we got a strike, even though they took it off. It's still a while before we can stream to Facebook because we dare talk about Kill Bill. But no,
I didn't kill Bill. You didn't kill Bill.
No, we talked about a piece of cinema history. Come on. But no, but then when I logged on tonight, it was saying, I don't know if all of StreamYard's having a problem like streaming to Facebook at the moment. So
I mean, shout out to everybody on X. We appreciate you.
That's where we get more live views is X. So that's why I've just been trying to stream them.
But I'm an old internet granny, damn it, and I demand my Facebook.
My Facebook
comments, I need them.
She only has Facebook on her phone.
One phone, singular, quarantine, VPN. I'm just saying, you gotta be careful out there, kids.
She has her normal phone. She has the hoe phone for all the himbos, and then she has the
shower. That's not even a whole phone. That's just a second line. Like, what are those texts now?
Oh, that's just an app. Okay.
They don't warrant me spending extra money. Are you crazy?
The himbos get the Google number.
Oh, not even the Google number. Google voice numbers aren't safe, kids. But anyway, let's talk about Daredevil number 7, shall we?
Okay. Or do you want to do Gang War?
I want to say best for last.
Okay.
I mean, this one was good too. Shout out to Sal, but
Yeah.
I liked Gang War #4 a little bit more, just a little bit.
And once again, guest starring Wolverine.
I'm sensing a theme.
What?
I said I'm sensing a theme.
Yes. Well, the month of March had a theme. It was Wolverine.
Exactly.
But this time they're fighting because Wolverine's possessed by one of those
7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been waiting for somebody to dig into the religious iconography for Daredevil, and like Sal, this man had a plan, and he's like, "Y'all are gonna sit tight and let me write out my plan.
Yeah.
Let's go nuts. Are you ready to go nuts?"
I know, because that's why, like, even when I talked to him, I said it's great because everyone else is like trying to every other writer's trying to bring let me see how much I can f off Matt Murdock's
It's
life.
like, babes, Matt Murdock's been F 6 ways through Sunday, and not all of them were enjoyable for him. So, like, you think you might have had an idea, but he's been through the ringer, like I said, so many times, and I'm just so tired of it that we do need to build him back up. We do need to see Matt more than we see Daredevil. That's what's really been missing.
And again, this is kind of like really getting into his background,
This is to get rid of his floating heads of guilt.
Well, the religious, Catholicism and everything, yeah. So
his mom, his dad,
yes.
Mary, Elektra. He's got a couple of guilty, little floating heads over him, and I feel like this might be a way to address it, and I'm so here for it. And the deadly sin that they chose for Wolverine makes so much sense.
I know, because it's kind of like first he thinks he knows which one it is, but yeah. Why should we say? Because I don't know. I was just like, I don't know if I picked.
You should have read the book. You had enough time. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Because gotta be quick with comics.
Yeah, because what did he think? We think it was. I think it's wrath, but it's actually lust. And I'm like, shouldn't that be a hot chick attacking him? I know. Sal went for like the bloodlust. Bloodlust. Lust for violence and stuff. But I'm
vengeance
like, shouldn't this been like Elektra or a hot chick or something? Black Widow or somebody.
No, I totally liked it. I was like, yes, that makes perfect sense.
Because I'm like, what do you think he lusts after? More violence or
traditional Wolverine, definitely violence.
Yeah, but I mean Matt Murdock, what do you think he lusts after? More violence or
superior puss?
I think much like Spider-Man, people underestimate that undercurrent of anger that he carries around.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. He's been through so much, and he tries to hold it together, but like,
just
make no mistake, this is Red Batman. He is beating people to a bloody pulp and leaving them with a lot of medical bills too.
Mm-hmm. Mama issues, daddy issues, yeah.
Frank Miller issues.
Oh,
you're welcome, Justin. I too do the Lord's work every now and then.
Your mother's a whore.
I like that we're just like getting into Matt's psyche. Like I really, like I said, I was apprehensive initially about Sal, but like he's the man with the plan, and I'm enjoying this plan. I'm here for the ride. Now all we need are Mephisto's mushrooms, and we'll be. Nothing will ever be as good as Mephisto's mushroom, and that'll just be chef's kiss.
I mean, and again, I think it's I don't know if any writers really gotten into so much into Matt's like religious background. Again, I mean, we've played
it's just always been there in the background,
and it's usually like through his mother, but this time just he's
got a lot of repenting to do. A lot of things to make up for.
Oh yeah.
So it's just really interesting that he's tying the 7 deadly sins to the resurrection thing, or at least he's trying to. That's what I gather. It's not really. We're not really given an explanation right about now, but like basically, right?
Yes, yeah. But then at the end, yes. See, there should have been the lust right there. Elektra.
Well, my favorite part is when they were covering a bar.
Yes, of course.
This feels like that issue we just read. It should have been Josie's. That would have been a nice, fun little
And once again, content for you. I love when Matt they're just drinking beer, and Matt's like, can you even get drunk? He's like, only lasts a few minutes, still worth it.
I promise you, my liver has to be made out of adamantium or vibranium or something. Freaking Reed Richards pimple clear cream something. Because like I honestly I can't remember the last time I was drunk.
Get the IV. Kids.
I'm gonna be the first drink I have in the year 2025 though. My tolerance is probably gonna be.
Oh yeah, your tolerance is going down.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to build it back up. All these years I spent building it up and just to
I
just
mean,
to wipe it away, clean slate.
I was gonna say, unless you make a clean break with alcohol, though.
Screw you, Phil. We live in a dystopian, late capitalistic, post-apocalyptic dystopian society. I can't make it through without alcohol.
I didn't say you give up the edibles, but you just go.
Alcohol goes nice with edibles. It brings a balance.
Well, it's like alcohol goes good with everything. Comics.
Exactly.
A
nice little Moscato to go with your comic book readings on Wednesday nights. I'm just saying.
Oh my.
Here I am drinking Gatorade. Anyway, yeah. The white suit is growing on me, but when I look too fast, it just looks like a puddle of cum. I'm just gonna be honest. Like when I'm flipping through the page, I'm like, whoa.
Well, Matt Murdock branding. Yeah.
Exactly. I think it might be a little too on the nose, in the nose. I don't know.
Wow. Boy, I mean, let's talk about someone that you have no point of reference. What are you talking about?
I don't do Twinkies or toaster strudels, so.
See,
I watch Corn. I know things.
I knew you watch Corn. I was about to say, how dare he wear white? He's not that innocent. But now you bring that up, okay, it makes more sense.
So the cashier kind of talking about a war between the mutants, and I'm like, what, why? But shout out to Aaron. I like his style.
Oh
I think it specifically suits this story because it's very brutal. Yeah. It's grounded. You can feel every punch and slice. I like that a lot. Like it, and even like felt very visceral.
Beautiful art, especially these splash pages. Yeah. Oh, but yes, did you see next month Daredevil number 8 is our 60th anniversary issue, so it is a $10 book. Oh, 88 pages.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it is a big book, so it's
and it should have been 888, but you know, none of my business.
Oh, 666.
Exactly. Exactly, Phil. They didn't do anything special for that one either.
Exactly. I know. So yeah, so I think we're gonna get into the history of Daredevil here probably, but because again we saw.
The question is, will they put out a hardcover?
Why? Because it's Matt Murdock.
Exactly.
Brandon, kids.
Yeah. I think this was a solid issue. I'd give it a solid B+.
Yeah.
I just like again, Wolverine Daredevil team ups just don't do it for me.
Yeah, although I mean it kind of works just because it's like, oh, those sins are looking to like step up like the threat level on him, and it's like, yeah, here's Wolverine, because he at one point he's like I'm not gonna be able to beat him. He's too fast.
It's your book, babes.
Yeah, you got the plot armor of it's being your own. It's your book, kid.
Exactly, it's your book, bub. Gang War number 4. Shout out to Erica Schultz. Yeah.
The last
that happened.
Oh. Did you not like it?
No, I liked it. Talk about great and guts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we go from here? Like, I just feel like I don't want this momentum to be wasted. I don't like the story didn't feel complete. Like there's still so much more for her to do.
Oh yeah, I mean, we need an ongoing Electra book, guys. I mean, if whether it's
That's just my only gripe is that it's a final issue, but it feels uncertain as it doesn't have a finality to it, and I don't know if that's intentional. Like there's something coming, or like was that like a hope?
yeah,
Like
with
it wrapped up, but it didn't have like the gravitas of a finale. Do you know what I mean? It was just kind of like a dream of spring, if you will. Like
yeah,
let's just not make it too final.
yeah, where it's like hopefully we'll get more, or maybe
But
there's
I
something
haven't
in
seen
the works.
anything in the solicits lately either, though. So that's why I'm nervous. Like,
Yeah,
it's just been such great momentum for Elektra the last 2 years, and I just don't want it to go to waste.
exactly. Yeah, again, either bring Erica back or give it to Celeste Bronfman, somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this was the least egregious out of all the Daredevil gang war stuff.
Mm.
I think, and like I said, this was the one that and like I said, I just prefer to read out of all the spinoffs, you know.
Hmm. Oh, I mean, yeah, that and the jackpot one shot. I mean, yeah,
Well, yeah, that's the one shot, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because kind of like Erica was telling her own story, but it just happened to take place
it's
during the gang war.
adjacent. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like stuff happening in the background.
yeah. It's like okay, I'll have Miles Morales show up. I'll have Peter Parker show up. Okay.
Well, but and to be fair, it's Marvel's New York. It's
Mhm.
gonna happen regardless.
Well, again and again, it is happening in the middle of gang war, so
Yeah.
it does make sense. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like I said, that's my only gripe. I really enjoyed it. I felt like the stakes were there. At one point, I'm like, how are they going to wrap this up? They did, but a little kernel for us.
yes, and I'm kind of sad because we went from like 3 Daredevil books a month. Now we're back down to one. Because Daredevil Gang War's over, Black Armor's over. So
They pumped us on a high, and now they're leaving us dry.
that's the thing. You know what? If they don't want to do it, if they don't want to take the chance on an ongoing, make Elektra, like they did with Venom in the '90s. Just keep giving her miniseries.
Yeah. And nowadays, like, you don't even have to do 6 or 5. It can
No,
be 4. It can be 3.
I think the magic number right now is 4. So
Yeah. Isn't it funny how it just keeps going down from 6 to 5 to 4? Next, it's gonna be 2, just one shots after one shot after one shot.
well, I don't know if that's just the times because I think like back in the day, like '80s, '90s, like for a while they were doing 4-issue miniseries. That was the number.
Yeah,
Somewhere,
that was the number, but it was like I forget what specifically it had to do with.
and then after a while they kind of pumped it up to 5 and 6, and now they've like come back down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just,
Honestly, 3 feels better. Like 4 is just such a I don't know,
it
weird
depends on the
number.
story. It depends on the story.
Yeah, it depends on the story, but just in general, like 4 just feels 4 just doesn't roll off the tongue like 3, 6, 12,
9.
9.
Well, yeah, I think that's what they used to do. They used to do either 4-issue minis or like 12-issue maxi series. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this was solid. I feel like this one definitely it could have used 5. I think because I just want more.
Yeah, but again, it was probably a victim of gang war's only so long too and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not did what it needed to do. It told its story. It gave us some peripheral views on the ongoing story in the background, and just makes us want an ongoing Electra book, which maybe is the point. Or if it's not, that's a dang shame that wasn't the point.
Yeah, because it's like Spider Woman. I mean, I'm liking that book too, but I mean that kept going. I'm like, why couldn't Electra keep going?
Yeah, like I said, every month I keep looking at the solicits, like, come on.
Exactly. Come on, Marvel. You know we're making decisions for you. Come on, give us more Electra.
And I think my guy said that the book was doing pretty good, pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like sometimes I just don't know what Marvel is waiting on. Like Ultimate Spider-Man, just go ahead and make that an ongoing.
Ultimate Spider-Man's not an ongoing.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
make it the main book. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
let's just transfer dimensions, and we say that gets switched to Amazing Spider-Man, and then that dimension goes over to so on and so forth.
I mean, issue 1 went through its 5th printing. I think there are talks.
I think yeah, it's writing's on the wall. We want the marriage back.
I mean that. I have a feeling people were even saying this online. They're like, "Oh yeah, they just thought, oh yeah, Spider-Man readers are just grumpy." It's like, no. We know exactly what we want, and you haven't been giving it to us for like the last
we're big
decade and a
spoiled
half.
babies.
Yeah.
To be fair, Spider-Man. Well, most comic book fans are big spoiled babies.
We've been telling you for the last decade and a half what we want. So,
like I said, I will go ahead and buy the new wedding album. Just do it already.
Yeah, get back up the money truck. Get John Byrne and Todd McFarlane whatever they need. That honeymoon issue.
It is a bummer that we're back down to one book, but at least the main book is really good now. Like I can get behind what's going on. Like I feel like we were kind of like he's trying to build Matt back up, and that's the most important thing to me. Like I just felt like we were drowning in sorrows. There's just one bad decision after another after another. He was disconnected from everybody. And it's just unpleasant to read. Like it was just like depressing. And like I feel like we're on the upswing and we're having fun and like we're getting back to basics with Matt, and
that's
it
always
just feels good.
That's always the cycle. It seems like where someone's just like, oh, how much can I screw over Matt Murdock?
Like we had it for like 3 writers in a row. It was
I know,
wild.
I know. And then a writer will come along and boost them up. It's like, can we break that cycle for a while? It's
And I want to get back to our old like actual main characters and stuff too.
Yeah.
I need some Karen. I need some Foggy.
Well, Karen's dead, but I mean, I'm for bringing her back.
I said what I said.
Bring her back, but again, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, that TV show is gonna resurrect her. Mark my words.
When it was on Netflix, it would have been.
No. Netflix, Netflix.
Oh,
is like
now
the Fox universe.
Oh,
okay. It's like, we don't care what your fans like. Matter of fact, we're gonna take away what the fans like in a comic book.
oh, you're gonna know when they resurrect Karen because I'm be like, oh, guess what happened?
We're gonna see the TV show.
We've corrected that grave injustice that Kevin Smith foisted upon us.
So many though. Gonna have to be more specific.
The Karen page.
Okay.
But yeah. We need more Foggy again. But you know what I'm thinking? They're gonna start ramping up miniseries, more Daredevil once we get closer to that show.
You think so?
Come on, Sinners. You know that. You know how they do it.
Well, I mean, I think they wasted their load because they had to reshoot. I think this was it.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they can always go back to.
I mean, like, because you have to think about sales, marketing, and budgeting. Like, it's just like those Eternal toys and stuff. They didn't take them off the shelves. They let them rot and go on clearance.
But again,
it's just that thing. It's in the cycle where I don't see. I hope so. It would be cool, but like I said, I think this was actually it.
Yeah, but I mean, when's that show coming? Probably next year.
Yeah, so things are earmarked, and booked out.
I was gonna say that's a new budget, ain't it?
That's let me think. We're going into quarter 3 for Disney and Marvel.
Ew.
Yeah, I think that that's what this money was bookmarked for, and I think they have other things. I hope to be wrong, and we do get some more Daredevil stuff when that TV show gets closer. I'm just wanting merch. You know me. I'm a merch girl.
Me too. Yeah, I
need some new Marvel Legend figures, baby.
I think,
and not those 7-inch ones. Jeez, like.
She needs it bigger.
We need to get away from Hasbro for Marvel Legends. Can we get McFarlane on the phone or not for Marvel?
Can McFarlane just do everyone's merch?
Honestly.
He's just sitting there going, yes. Excellent.
Yeah, that's honestly, that's what I'm the most excited for is new Daredevil merch.
Yes. I don't know. I think they see that, the character's more popular now, especially after the Netflix shows and stuff. And again, everyone was chomping at the bit for him to show up in She-Hulk and stuff. So,
that happened.
I know
reactions, but I liked it. It's like some people don't understand that Matt is multifaceted. Like some people only have seen him in that Netflix show and haven't actually read the comics and don't get his snark. Haven't read runs where he's like snarky and a little more carefree and easygoing. Instead of that doom and gloom Matt Murdock that most people probably know.
Yeah.
like I said, there's been so many writers that have been exclusively focused on the doom and gloom and just the absolute terrorization of Matt Murdock. And Yeah, so like if you haven't like read a run where he's not going through that, it's
Yeah.
not relatable. I think a lot of people just couldn't relate to that, but I was like, no, that's my Matt Murdock.
Exactly.
So yeah.
But I'm sure if they can get the money, I'm sure we can get DG Chichester back for another miniseries, Eric Schultz back for another miniseries.
Yes. Or we can get them together, they can both write Elektra.
Oh yeah. Or I mean, you can have more than one miniseries. Come on.
If you're not DG Chichester, you can't write ninjas.
Well, I said what I said.
But I'm just saying, yeah. Again, if you can't give us an ongoing Elektra book, give us a series of miniseries. Worked for Venom in the 90s.
I do need another Red, Black, and Blood though.
Oh yeah.
I could use another one of those for Elektra to tide me over.
Or hell, just give us like a, like what they're doing with Batman Brave and the Bold right now. Give us a Daredevil anthology book, and you can tell Daredevil stories, Elektra stories
from whenever. Yeah.
Hell, you could do a Foggy story. There's so much you could do.
Yeah. So much that they could do, but let's see what they actually end up doing. But it was fun to have something kind of Daredevil based in the gang war for sure.
Yes, yeah. And I appreciated it was Elektra and it wasn't Matt.
Yeah, Matt had a lot of work to do. He was predisposed.
Matt had something to do, and Elektra's badass. So yeah, let's get Elektra in here. All right. Anything else?
Not at all. Give the kids their homework and we can skedaddle for the night.
All right, kids. So next month for your April episode, we're going to cover, well, of course, we'll do the oversized anniversary Daredevil number 8 issue. But for our classic run, we're going to cover Daredevil 376 through 379. And so it's kind of a little different story. So
kind of.
Oh, you know exactly what story that is?
I do.
All right, yeah. April Fools, kids. All right, so send us your thoughts on those. Send us your thoughts on the ones we covered this time. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise, the brand new merchandise, again, with all our brand new fancy logos, like that one up in the upper right corner there, above that picture of Lilith Hellfire Soul there. So yes, merchandise. Again, the Patreon, where again, Lilith and I try to give you something different every month. Like the March episode up now is
conspiracy facts.
Conspiracy facts, theories. Again, we talked a little bit of politics too. So talk about conspiracies.
It's just our basic, our based, fuck you, Lauren Boebert. That was it. Nothing to get wet about. Don't worry about it.
Your elected official's a whore.
Your mother's a whore.
You're welcome, Dole. All right, and so find all in our random Cash App link. So find it all at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. Yes.
Hey, are you making a profile on Trump's new social media app?
No. Why should I?
Probably.
Why, you think that thing's gonna do anything?
I don't know. The other one did. I mean, just saying.
Oh man, yeah, those are. Oh yeah, everyone on there is people who or some rubes who love to give money to stuff. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna make podcasting great again.
Exactly.
Check out our shows. It's Bigly.
Now that Candace Owens out at the Daily Wire, it's my chance to shine.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Those people love fairy tales. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Any find the Granny Hellfire on Facebook.
I'm a meta girly. You know it.
Oh my.
Damn you, Elon Musk, for making me a Zuck fan, damn you to hell.
Oh my.
Let me get a rat on your alligator back, bro. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done.
Of course.
It's all rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
What?
I'm downloading True Social right now on my iPad, so
Really?
I'm gonna do it. Just in case TikTok does get banned, I'm gonna do it. I need another place to scroll for hours and laugh at people.
All right, take some notes. Let me know what I need to know. All right, kids. So that's it.
The big finish.
Jazz hands, get the hell out of here.
Oh
Go
my.
home. Go to bed.
Okay, Ferris. What are you doing there? Get out of here. All right, so yes, kids, next time, Daredevil, the oversized, big 88-page Daredevil number 8, and classic issues Daredevil 376 through 379. What is that? Flying Blind arc, I think? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Get it, kids? Flying Blind.
Foggy walks a mile in Matt's shoes.
I'm impressed you do that unless you looked it up. I'm like, damn.
No, I know that one. It's got the weird art.
Yeah. I thought, oh man. I thought I was the only anal one who knew all, like, yes, 376, yeah, started a new arc, see?
Certain ones stick out in my mind.
I knew Lilith was a nerd.
It's I love Foggy too, so.
Yes, yeah. All right, kids. So thank you for joining us for this schnicktastic episode. Join us next time. But until then, remember, it's better to be with the devil you know than the devil you don't. Which where you spray your poison. Good night.